Hey, what is up YouTube? Andrew Rooney here, full-time drummer and drum teacher here in Auckland, New Zealand. We are back with a PayPal request. This one came through from Richard Hinman. Hey Andrew, I think you'll enjoy this. PROCOL HARUM was a popular UK band in the 60s and 70s. They were known for rock music with a strong classical musical element. This song features drummer BJ Wilson. Interesting trivia, in 1968 Jimmy Page offered Wilson the drumming job for a new band he was forming called Led Zeppelin. What the? Wilson turned him down. Page then got John Bonham for the drum spot. BJ is introduced as the octopus in the bathtub because he sits low behind his drum kit. Richard H., Harrisburg, PA. Pennsylvania? Now I brought up the link. The song is Power Failure, and this has been recorded live for German TV in 1976. Richard, thank you so much for the request. This sounds absolutely fascinating. The guy that turned down Led Zepp. Let's check it out.
A young man born up in the Granada era. On the organ, Chris Copping.
Already, that is you heard him drop the stick on the snare? Listen to that. Without sounding like a broken record, I know I do sound like a broken record, but one of the things that I talk to privately with drum friends, drum teacher friends, players around town, you can hear a good drummer. It's literally within a few seconds. I can honestly tell he's a killer drummer by the way he just dropped buzz stroke style, the stick on the snare. The snare is tuned beautifully and it demonstrates control. I mean, even having the air to tune a kit this well. Just listen to this.
Era. On the organ, Chris Copping. And the last three of us here, all born within the sound of Bow Bells. In the north of London's Shoreditch, coming from Edmonton, on the bass, Al Cartwright.
1976, this dude looks like, not the dude on the left. He looks like 76. This dude here playing the bass, he looks like he's playing the bass now. 2023. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
And finally on the drums, there he goes now, is the inimitable, the octopus in the bathtub, Mr. BJ Wilson. Take it away!
Okay, Richard, you mentioned that he sits low. Octopus in the bathtub. Yeah, that is, how is he even going to reach his toms, let alone his cymbals? That is the lowest I have ever seen anyone sit. I've heard stories mainly from the 80s. Vinnie Colaiuta, the famous legendary session drummer, Vinnie Colaiuta, used to find the lowest drum throne he could and chop the bottom off the legs. Don't know if that's true or not, but this is taking this to a whole new level. Traditional. Golf clap. Okay. I did not expect that. Now, that is what Jimmy Page wanted, right? Jimmy Page saw BJ Wilson. BJ Wilson? Yes, BJ Wilson, and said, I want that guy. I want that guy, and that is why. I think we've almost finished the song. Let's just keep it going. We'll talk at the end. Just wait till we're going to talk at the end.
Thank you, and see you again.
Now, this is what this channel is all about. Richard Hinman makes a crazy awesome pick. PROCOL HARUM, a group I've literally never heard of. PROCOL HARUM, unless someone else has mentioned this group in the comments before or something. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard. BJ Wilson, that name sounds familiar. I'm not sure. But this is just such a beautiful thing. Someone's shared this with me, and inevitably, I'm going to be sharing this with someone else who's never heard of PROCOL HARUM.
How dare you?
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, we all know PROCOL HARUM, man. You just don't know your 70s classic rock. There will, I guarantee, please comment in the comment section. If you have never heard of PROCOL HARUM and you watch this video and now you're like, who the hell is PROCOL HARUM? That was off the chain. Please comment in the comment section. Back me up, because I'm sure we are going to be introducing some people to this group. Full disclosure again, disclaimers aside, I do not know the group. I don't know how popular they were. Maybe they were really popular. I just simply do not know. Educate me in the comments. Drums. Wow. I'm going to start at the end.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Setups. Kicks and hits. Big band, jazz style. Setting up and catching all those hits like an absolute champion. End of the track. End of the night. Catch him, flick his snare off and get some sort of timbale, high-pitched snare off, shred going on the snare. He's thinking texture, he's thinking sounds. Interesting that he's got a gong. Are these guys before Led Zepp? Did he borrow this off John Bonham, or did Bonham borrow this off him? I don't know. Maybe they just both randomly love gongs and love having big gongs by them.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Maybe it was just fashion in the day. This is obviously a very much a drum showcase song, which again, Richard Hinman, thank you for this great pick. Total jazz vocab. You see him a lot of the time they're putting the stick. Do you see him placing the stick sort of in the drum head, tapping it and getting different tones? The harder you press your stick into the head and hit it, the higher the pitch is going to be. Obviously, you normally hit your drum heads or your drums just without a stick on them, right? You just hit the head and it releases this pure organic tone sound, which has its own resonance and its own sustain and decay. You can adjust all that in the moment by placing the stick on it and effectively muting, and you can get all kinds of weird harmonics and all kinds of pitch bends. It's a way to pitch bend drums. And it was really, a jazz type thing from back in the day. I mean, I can tell that he's totally jazz inspired and influenced. Like a lot of the British rock drummers, Bonham. I don't know much about Ian Pace's background, but he's got that jazz hand shred going on for sure. Who else? Keith Moon. Well, he's total jazz, free spirit. It is surprising to me how pervasive that jazz influence was. Maybe that's not surprising considering these guys were coming up 50s, 60s, 70s, and they would have heard a lot of jazz. They would have heard people like Buddy Rich. Now, this solo here is actually not unlike a solo I watched on my good buddy Bart Vanderzee's Drum History channel. Recently, he put up a solo by Jimmy Cobb, famous jazz drummer, and the drummer on Kinda Blue, the infamous Miles Davis album from the 50s. Not dissimilar to that style of just real deal jazz drum solo. Hi-hat ostinato, there were points where he's just closing it. There are points where he's splashing and closing. Different left foot ostinatos. And then playing repetitive motifs. I would have to go back and listen through to remember them. I've just got that bum, 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 dun, dun. I've got that motif at the end stuck in my head. But he had specific things that he was going to, and then he was applying the typical jazz formula to it. Find a melody, find a motif that you like, repeat it. Repeat it again. Maybe repeat it again. Develop it. Orchestration. Play it on different drums. And just the combination of singles and doubles and basic rudiments executed at such a high level. I absolutely love this. Completely blown away. Richard Hinman, you have blown my mind. Thank you so much for your support. Guys, remember, original video link in the description of this video. Please do go along, check it out, support the band. And as I say, leave me a comment with any information about this group, this drummer, BJ Wilson, and obviously another band that I've completely missed. And guys, remember, if you enjoy my channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, and leaving a comment. It all really does help me out. If you would like to support my channel further, I do have a Patreon. It's just $5 a month. You will get access to the blocked videos. If you have a direct reaction request, like Richard did on this, like Richard's blowing my mind on this, that is the only way you can guarantee requests on this channel is via the PayPal link. I get hundreds of requests and comments, hey, you need to check out this each day. Simply can't do them all. So if you want to guarantee a request, that is via PayPal. And remember, you as a subscriber of my channel, you get access to a full and free 30-day trial over at Drumeo. Learn from the world's best drummers, and they got over 6,000 famous song transcriptions over there that you can get your teeth into. I'm heading there right now to check out if they got any PROCOL HARUM, because that was awesome. All right, guys, until next time, take care. Ciao.